Well, Maggie and Jamie looked at each other. "We could run away," said Jamie. Maggie said, "But this is our home, and where are we going to run away to? We need to do something." The children understood that when you're in trouble, what you need to do is speak to someone who you can trust, who can help you. Maybe we can speak to that old woman. "I don't know," said Maggie. "She's the one that got us into this in the first place, and we don't really know her well enough. I don't know if we can trust her. But I know who we can trust." "Who?" said wee Jamie. "Mum and Dad. We can trust them to help." "No, we can't tell them, we can't. That means we have to tell them what we've done. We'll have to tell them the truth. And when we tell them the truth, they'll be raging. They'll ground us forever. They'll give us loads of extra chores to do. They'll be angry with us." "Yeah," said Maggie, "they probably will be angry with us. But we need to tell them the truth. We need to tell them all of it, and so that they can help us." Oh. Jamie looked at his sister and he knew she was right. And so that afternoon, when their mum and dad came back from the weaving shed that was in the garden, they saw their children sitting, looking very glum. "What's the matter, children?" said the father. "The house is looking really braw. You've been working really hard all this week, and me and your mother have decided we're going to give you a wee treat for being such good bairns and hard workers." Jamie started to cry, and so did Maggie. "What's the matter, bairns?" said the mum. "Och, maybe we've been working you too hard. We're sorry. It's just that we've got to make this order finished. And och, dinna greet. It's no that, Mum," said Maggie. "It's no that. We've got something to tell you." "What is it?" "Well, you know how the house has been really neat and really tidy and everything has been done perfectly?" "Aye, it's been lovely." "Well, it wasn't us that was doing it." "What?" "It was the fairies. We did a deal with the fairies." "You did a deal with the fairies?" said the dad. "You invited them into the house?" "Aye. Well, at first it was okay. On Monday there was just one. But then on Tuesday 2 of them turned up because they brought a friend. And then on Wednesday there was 4 of them. And then on Thursday there was 8 of them. And then on Friday there was 16. And this morning on Saturday there was 32. Which means tomorrow there's going to be 64. We can't make any more Bannocks. Mum and Dad, we're really sorry. What are we going to do?" Well, the mum looked at the children. "I'm a bit disappointed in you," she said, "for being dishonest and avoiding your chores. But I'm pleased and glad and proud of you that you come and told us the truth. Now," she looked at her husband, "I have a plan," she said. "We can't tell the fairies to go away. They might be offended, and we didn't want a curse on the house. So we have to make it so that the fairies go away based on their own decision. And this is my idea. Come here, bairns." And she whispered her idea. And the children looked at the mums. "Oh, do you think that'll work?" "Aye, I think that'll work," she said. "Let's make all the Bannocks together. Me, your father, and you two. And let's get an early night so we can get a good sleep." And so they made the Bannocks together. And in the morning, sure enough, there was a knock at the door. And when they opened the door, 64 fairies were standing on the doorstep and in the garden. The mum and dad, I have to say, they'd never seen so many fairies. And of course they all came in and did the chores very quickly. Tit-dat-do. And all the chores were done. The mum and dad were pretty impressed. but they realised the danger of it. And they handed 64 bannocks to the fairies. Thank you, 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 64 times. See you tomorrow. And off they went back to the wood. 64 on Sunday. How many on Monday morning? 64 on Sunday. If every fairy brings a friend, how many will that be? 64, 60 and 60 is 120 and 4 and 4, 128, Mum. What if 128 fairies turn up tomorrow and we haven't got bannocks for them? They'll be really offended and they might put a curse on us. Aye, said the mother, it's a possibility. But if my plan works, there'll be no fairies coming tomorrow. They'll never come back. We'll see. Well, that night they went to bed early again, get a good night's sleep, and they waited for the morning. If there was a knock at the door and there was 128 fairies on the doorstep, then the mother's plan will not have worked. But she seemed confident that it would. And when they woke up, they all waited. Was there going to be a knock at the door? Was there going to be a knock at the door? Oh no! It's not worked. It's not worked, Mum said to the children. And they went to the door. We're going to have to try and explain to the fairies. And they opened the door. It was the postman. Ah, the postman! Ah! They'd never been so happy to see the postman. And when the postman closed the door after giving the letters, they waited all morning. And guess what? The fairies never came back. And the next day on Tuesday, the fairies never came back either. The mum's plan worked. The question is, what was it that she did? So children, do you know what the mum did? What was the mum's plan that worked, that meant the fairies didn't come back to the house? Do you know? Do you know?
No.
Do you know, Lewis?
No.
Shall I tell you?
Mm-hmm.
This is what she said. What we have to do is make the bannocks the normal way, but do one thing differently. Put in too much salt in the recipe. Loads of salt. And so when they taste the bannocks, they don't like them anymore. And so they don't think it's a good deal anymore. And so they didn't come back. Is that clever?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what the mum did. And it worked.
Did the children get in trouble?
Well, they did get into trouble a bit by the mum and dad because they weren't very happy that they had been untruthful and did it behind the mum and dad's back. But also, the mum and dad realised that maybe they'd given their children a bit too much work to do and they should have more time to play. And so although they got into trouble and were grounded for a while, the mum and dad also realised that perhaps they had been unfair too. Telling the truth is always the best way, even if it's difficult at first, isn't it?
Dad, is that a true story?
Well, I was told that story myself when I was wee by an old lady. Her name was Mrs. McPherson, and I remember she told me that story, and afterwards she said, would you like a cup of tea? I went, oh, I'd love a cup of tea. And she went through and she started to make the cup of tea, and as she made the cup of tea she started to sing a song. Do you know what song she sang?
No.
This is the way I make the tea, make the tea, make the tea. This is the way I make the tea every single morning. And I recognised that song. She came through and she gave me the cup of tea. And I went, thank you, Mrs. McPherson. She said, oh, she said, don't call me Mrs. McPherson. We're friends now. You can call me by my first name. Maggie. She think she was the girl that was in the story. Maybe she was. And then she looked at me like that and she says, I've got some bannocks if you would like to taste them. They're sweet and I haven't put too much salt in them. But I always make sure that they never go anywhere near the doorstep. Do you like that story?
Mm-hmm.
You're going to do your chores now. Bye to the children.
Bye.
Bye. Right. Oh dear. Right.